So in today's lecture, we are going to walk through a tutorial on a package slash software framework called Pytorch, which is a framework for doing deep learning, neural networks essentially, and obviously accessible via Python. And this is the website for it. And what we're going to do is just a walkthrough of um, a tutorial provided by PyTorch itself. You can just look for 60-minute Blitz PyTorch and walk through this tutorial. That's really all we're going to do. Um, this is a 1-minute video which I shall play right now, and then I will then walk through the programs. This is just their own introduction of PyTorch.
Pytorch is one of the most popular open source deep learning frameworks. Both researchers and developers use Pytorch because it provides fast, flexible experimentation and a seamless transition to production deployment. Pytorch is built to use the power of GPUs for faster training and is deeply integrated into Python, making it easy to get started. One of the best ways to get started with Pytorch is by going through the tutorial, Deep Learning with Pytorch, a 60-minute blitz, authored by Somit Chintala. Upon completion of this tutorial, you'll understand what Pytorch and neural networks are and be able to build and train a small neural network that can classify images. Keep in mind that this tutorial assumes that you have a basic familiarity with NumPy, a Python library for scientific computing. All of the modules in the 60-minute blitz have links to Google Colab, so you can immediately run code and get hands-on experience with Pytorch. You can also download the notebooks and run them locally. Now, let's take a look at the topics we'll cover in the blitz. The tutorial is broken out into 4 different modules. In the first module, What is Pytorch?, you'll learn the fundamental technical details of Pytorch, such as tensors and multiple syntaxes of operations. In the second module, you'll learn about automatic differentiation through a Pytorch package called AutoGrad. In the third module, you'll follow a typical procedure for training a neural network by defining the neural network, computing the loss, and propagating gradients back into the network's parameters. Finally, you'll get to put what you learned in the first 3 modules into a real-life example, training an image classifier to automatically label images. Let's get started.
Okay, so that was the 1-minute or 2-minute introduction. So that's what we're gonna do. I think there are no videos necessarily attached to these tutorials, so I'm just gonna click through that. Okay, so there is this page which essentially has snippets of code and then the output. This is just a static web page, and then if you click here, they link to a Google Colab notebook. You can also download the notebook and run it on your own computer if you have Python installed on the computer. You can also view it on GitHub, which is a code repository. So that's the code, I suppose. So let's go to Google Colab.